This is the story of Dracula, a creature who destroys all whom he touches.
Before there was Twilight, there was Dracula, the original man of the night from the 1931 and sequel films. Now you can relive the horror of the old classics close up and in your face.
Twilight vampires are very pretty and very sexy, and so are True Blood. Our vampires are scary. They're going to scare the hell out of you because what they want to do is rip your throat out.
This year's Halloween Horror Nights is ripped from the silver screen and brings to life the biggest and baddest horror films of all time. Films like Wolfman, Chucky, and Saw, and classics like Dracula and Frankenstein.
They're going to feel like these characters that they've only seen in 2D have now leapt off the screen with their environments, and you're in the middle of a horror movie.
We got an exclusive walkthrough of 2 of the haunted houses as the creative team put on their final touches.
This is Karen, and she's getting ready to distribute blood. This is something we call Blood Day. Every year near the end of the event, we actually come into all the mazes and with gallons and buckets of blood, and of course we also need to be dressed properly as Karen is. And then we just go over and we make sure that the place is properly bloody for Halloween Horror Nights. What's in this mixture?
This is a mixture of an acrylic clear gloss base and red food coloring, and a little blue, a little green, a little brown.
The perfect color.
Yes.
The perfect color for blood, so when it dries, it shines for an authentic aged look.
Take this and kind of paint it on it.
And that gives it an aged, weathered look.
So it looks a little more weathered, but it won't be, it'll be kind of like blendy as opposed to, you know, real strong paint lines and stuff. But you want it to look sort of uneven because things don't age evenly. Things age unevenly. So a little bit of blood in here, not too much. Just to liven up the color.
Once the final touches are on, guests will walk through and experience a dramatic new interpretation of the horror of days past.
What they'll see in the Dracula house, along with Frankenstein, they're going to come face to face with the characters that they've only seen on the screen and brought to life in a way that only we can. They'll be in your space, in your face, and scaring you.
Those scares will come at every twist and turn as you make your way through the 8 haunted houses.
Everywhere you look, there's either a sound or lighting or a prop or something suggestive of the environment you're supposed to be in. And that helps you take that leap of faith so that you believe the vampires are real and they're going to rip your throat out.
And some of the houses are so scary and so intense, like here in the Dracula house, where you're surrounded by mirrors and it's like a maze, so you might not be able to find your way out.
Hurry up. Live or die.
It's not just the classics that will leave you watching your back at night. Universal's spin on the popular Saw franchise revolves the entire house around you.
You actually are going to walk into Saw's environment, the Jigsaw serial killer, where you'll see all the traps that you've seen in the movie. But now, as you move through, you're the one that are causing them to be sprung. So your being there is your test to make it through.
And the terror doesn't end there. Your heart will race all night long as this year's scare zones are back and bigger than ever before.
The Chainsaw Drill Team is something that's been with Halloween for 19 years. So this year we decided to give them their own scare zone and bring them to the forefront, along with that rip from the silver screen idea. So what we're doing is a film crew is filming a movie called The Chainsaw Drill Team Massacre in 3D, except the Chainsaw Drill Team, they're not actors, and they turn on the crew. So as you're walking through this area with cameras and lights and trailers, you have production assistants and directors and cameramen, much like you, getting chopped up by chainsaws.
If you thought Bloody Mary was scary last year, this year isn't for the faint of heart. But plans for next year's big 20th anniversary are already underway. So when we asked if they could dish on any of the gory details,
I could, but then I'd have to let you stay in the Dracula house.
From the looks of it, I'm going to pass on that offer. For Central Florida On Demand, I'm Sashmi Robertson.